Not doing this with your follow-ups, then you're definitely missing out. And in this video, we will unleash the power of follow-ups. In the dynamic world of cold emailing, the true magic unfolds not in the initial outreach, but in the artful dance of follow-ups. So picture this. You have meticulously created a personalized email only to watch it disappear amidst a sea of messages leading to silence on the other end. Now, most would consider this a setback and move on, but there's a game changer, and the real action starts after the first email. So, follow ups are when the real conversation takes place. In these subsequent messages, your presence becomes more pronounced, your name linears, and your value proposition starts to resonate. And the secret is, it's not about mindless persistence, it's about adding value, whatever through sharing content, offering solutions to the challenges that the prospect might face, or providing insights that can elevate their business. Each follow up should bring something meaningful to the table. So it could be you providing some case studies, providing a free lead list, providing some free services, providing some free value, whatever it is, just provide something valuable to the prospects so that you know that you are all about them and not about yourself. And remember, persistency is key, but you should never cross the line into being spammy. So you don't want to follow up every single day. You will need to keep it between 2 to 3 days at the start, and then you can up the sequence. And you can basically do a sequence as long as you want, but don't be spammy. And say goodbye to just checking in routine, which is you never want to start your follow up with just check. Just checking, did you receive my email? Just wanted to know if you received my last email. Just wanted to know this, and that in my last email. Don't do that, and never say just in the start of your follow ups. So, cold emailing is not a one shot deal. It's a series of well timed, value driven messages that can turn a cold email lead into a promising prospect. And in essence, the real goal lies in mastering the art of follow ups. So, after going through this, you might be wondering, how should I go about my follow ups? Does it differentiate depending on where I'm reaching out to? Is it in the US, in the EU? Yeah, for most people, it really will differentiate in terms of what works in different niches in different countries because everyone is different. Like Denmark, where I'm from, people are very hesitant about cold emailing and they think it's spam no matter whatever you're saying. So it's really hard to do the matching in that. But for example, in other EU countries, we see that following up a lot is very good. But in the US, we maybe do a one or two sequence, but I'll dive deeper into that right now. So as you might can see here, we have put it on to this is the cold outreach. And in the US, we see a 2 to 3 step sequence, and then reaching out 1 to 2 weeks later works the best. But we have also seen that following up 2 to 3, 5 times works good as well. But right now, our main focus is this kind of sequence, this sequence here. So what I mean by that is you send your initial email and then you do 1 to 3 follow-ups with the prospects. Then you put them into a subsequence that could also be like out of office, put them into that and email them again 1 to 2 weeks down the line. And that is with if it's a cold outreach. So they have not responded to your initial message or one of your follow-ups. So that's why you only do this sequence, take them off the sequence, put them into another sequence, email them again 1 to 2 weeks later. Works really well in the US. And in Europe, we see that a 3 to 6 step sequence works the best. So that means, again, first initial email, and then you do 3 to 6 follow-ups. We sometimes see the prospects are resonating the most with the fourth follow-up, which can be critical because then we're saying something that they're resonating with in the fourth follow-up, and we might put that in the first email instead because we don't want to keep the sequence that long. We want to be as relevant as possible. So when you do that and you can see that you get the best possible responses in email 4 or 5 or 3, for example, then there's something in the messaging that you should be putting in your first initial email because that will be the main email of the whole part. And the follow-ups will just be them to get to read the first email again because that is where your biggest value proposition is. So when you've seen that later sequences is working best, take that messaging, put it in the first email, then you definitely will get better results with the first email. So it's not about getting as long sequence as possible. You want to keep it relevant to the prospects, But yeah, this is just something to have in mind. And then after I reach them 3 to 6 times, I will take them off the list. If they haven't responded, I will put them into a new sequence 2 months later. So 2 months down the line, and then try to email them again. Because if they haven't responded or opened your email, then you can definitely hit them up again. So that's why I don't like breakup emails saying that I'm never going to email you again, because we all know that's a lie, because then we would just waste the lead. So we definitely want to keep emailing them until they respond or still don't respond. So that is what you should do when you're reaching your prospects that don't answer. But if they are interested in your solution, I just made a funny meme here. But if they're showing interest in what you're offering, then you should not let them go at all, because then you know they're interested in what you're offering and your solution, and they know that they could benefit them, but they probably isn't the right timing at the moment, or some people just will first say yes or no after 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 follow-ups. So please don't neglect the power of follow-ups when it comes to prospects showing interest, because then you know that they really are interested. So as you can see here in the meme, they show interest, they don't reply, you send a follow-up, they still don't reply, and then you follow up at all costs. So if it takes you 2 months to like hunt them down and get them on a meeting or get them to say F off, then that's what you should do. Keep them in your CRM, keep emailing them, but don't, as I said, be spammy. So don't do it every single day, and don't just do, hey, did you see my last email? Just bumping this up, just this, just that. Try to add more value. But if you're coming to email 9, then try to just bump it up. But in the first 2, 3 emails, try to add more value or try to ask questions is what I see works the best. So keep that in mind and try that. So if they are, you have a lead magnet, sending them some more info. It could be a free lead list, a free something metric on how to do UGC ads or anything like that, or UGC content or some free content or something that they could utilize in their business, depending on your solution and your offer, of course. Then try to, of course, keep it relevant to that. So you always want to keep your follow-ups relevant to the first email and the value that you're sending in the next emails. So after you've done that, you keep on going, and they either gonna book a meeting with you. If it's a month down the line, 2 months down the line, then it's perfect. Or they're gonna say completely F off and please don't contact me again. So it goes either way. But as I said before, please don't stop following up when they have shown interest. I have done that myself before, where I thought, okay, now I've sent like 4 or 5 follow-ups and they just don't want to reply to me, even though they wanted to know more about our services. And then after follow-up 9, they were like, okay, yeah, now it's the perfect timing. Let's hop on a call. And either, of course, we close them or they aren't the right fit for the business. But please don't stop with the follow-ups when they've shown interest. I can't address that enough. And yeah, where I got a little meme here: never give up, no matter how long it takes. That's pretty much the motto of this video when it comes to follow up when they've showed interest. If they haven't showed interest, as I said, it's another case. But please be aware of this in your follow up game. I hope this helps you with how to do your follow ups. And if you have any questions, as always, please let me know. I'll gladly help you. And if you're having trouble with what to say in your follow ups, send me an example either here on YouTube or one of my socials, and I will definitely help you out. And if you're a business struggling with booking meetings for yourself, reach out to me and let's have a chat about what we can do to elevate your business. And otherwise, I'll see you in the next one. Bye.